Imagine a world where if your house catches on fire and you call 911, fire department comes out, they put out the fire, everything's fine, your house isn't damaged too much, your stuff's not burned or anything, you didn't lose anything. Now imagine they send you a bill the next month for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And because this isn't just like a tax-funded fire department, this is a for-profit business that put out your fire. And they can charge you whatever they want because what are you going to do? Put out your own fire? Like, you have to use them. And so there's like shareholders and the CEO, they're all getting rich off of people's houses catching on fire. And it's this whole system set up to make money for people. And I mean, what this would do to homeowners insurance would be crazy. Insurance would skyrocket. It would be so expensive. It would be so hard to get insurance. Like if you're just prone to setting fires or something, it would be just it would be a system where this for-profit business is being funded by insurance. It would be a crazy system, right? Like some nightmare dystopian reality. But that's the system we have in the United States for healthcare. And as crazy as a for-profit fire department sounds to us, that's how crazy our healthcare system sounds to people from Canada or pretty much anywhere in Europe or Australia or lots of other places around the world that have universal healthcare. Like, imagine if your leg breaks, like you're in a car accident and your leg breaks, and imagine your first thought is just, oh, my leg hurts, this sucks, now I have to go to the hospital. Instead of, oh God, how am I going to pay for this? I hope my insurance covers this, or I don't have insurance right now, what am I going to do? Like, imagine if something happens and you just go to the hospital and they fix you and then it's fine and that's it. You just don't have to worry about it anymore. Imagine that it was just your tax dollars that helped fund that. Like, what people always say is, well, it's not really free in Canada. Like, somebody's having to pay for it. And yes, that's true. It's being paid for with taxes. But the difference is you're not paying for somebody making all this profit off of it anymore. You're just paying the doctors. You're paying the nurses, everybody who works for the hospital. The hospital isn't this like massive for-profit empire that's making all of this money off of sick people. It's just helping people, just like a fire department, right? Like, I don't understand how people who don't think that would be a better system. Like, why would you prefer what we have here? How is this better in any way? Like, capitalism works really well for some things, like consumer products is a great example, like smartphones, right? It's a really good system to have several different companies all making smartphones. They're all competing to make the best smartphone that people will want to buy, and consumers have all the power here because they can choose which smartphone to buy. If there's no good options or they can't afford it, they can just not buy a phone. It's not that big of a deal. And so the consumers control the market. This is a really good free market system for smartphones. For something like healthcare, this is a terrible system because consumers have no power. You can't just not buy healthcare. Everybody is going to need healthcare at some point. And especially if you have some kind of illness or if you're injured and you need to get fixed, you need that pill to survive, you're gonna sell everything you own. You're gonna work 24 hours a day for as long as you physically can. You'll do absolutely anything you can to be able to pay for this thing if you're gonna die otherwise. So you have no option to just not purchase the thing. So you have no power. The consumers have no power. This is a system where the corporations have all of the power to just screw over the most vulnerable people, sick people and poor people. And when it comes to Obamacare, Obamacare was an attempt it was kind of a band-aid fix. It was an attempt to bring this a little bit closer to being a universal healthcare system where everybody helps pitch in and that ensures if enough healthy people are paying into the system, buying insurance, the insurance companies have enough money to cover the sick people without charging the sick people insane amounts of money. And like, that was a step in the right direction, in my opinion, and I understand maybe resenting the fact that you're being forced to buy insurance or pay a fine, but like, that's just the reality of the situation. It's just like being forced to pay taxes to pay the firefighters who go put out other people's fires. Like, are people who oppose Obamacare, like, are they also saying things like, I'm really upset that my tax dollars are going to put out other people's house fires. I'm upset that they're going to arrest criminals that were threatening other people who aren't me. I'm upset that my tax dollars went to build roads that I don't drive on. Like, is it really? Like, that's the whole point of being in a society. Like, we all come together, we all pool our resources, and we set up a government to manage things, and those resources get used to make life better for everybody. That's how it's supposed to work. Like, if you don't want to pay into the system, then get out of here. Like, go live in the forest, and go have your personal responsibility. You take care of yourself, but good luck if, your tree fort catches on fire, or if you get too old to hunt for food for yourself. Like, that's the whole reason we have a society, and I don't understand thinking that it's a better system to have people making money off of sick people than to just have it work like everything else. Unless you just don't believe that healthcare is a basic human right, in which case I just don't understand that. I don't understand how a person can think that. I don't understand how you can think that healthcare should just be something that you have access to if you can afford it, if you have enough money to, or if you're lucky enough to just not really need it much, if you're just a healthy person. Like, I don't understand that. So that's just what I've been thinking about lately with what's going on in our government right now. And yeah, just wanted to share that, I guess.